gonna move on. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna say there's math, and then there's Adam math, and they both can be correct. Because why not?
I'm just going to edit all this out. Luckily, I'm the editor, so.
He's getting mad now.
All right.
Everybody's just going to assume that Adam is just the best because anything that's bad that doesn't make sense that I do, I can just edit out. That's the perks of being the editor.
All right.
I'll just keep all the clips and make you guys look bad, and then everybody's like, "Oh, Adam must be the most sane, normal, uncontroversial one of the group."
Perfect. That's how I want it to be. All right.
Hello, and welcome to 3 Nerds Deep. My name is Adam, and as always, I am joined by Andrew and Andy. Say hello, nerds.
Hello, nerds.
Joke's on you guys, I'm all by myself, apparently. So.
I usually wait for Andy, and he took forever, and I just went with it.
It's to create drama and suspense.
You suspended all of it. You suspended it like a bad kid.
Honestly, I was almost like, I'm going to wait till Andrew says something, and we just play chicken. Like, it's just who's going to say it first.
I won. We played Greetings Chicken. I will wait so much longer than you.
That just reminded me in Scrubs when Dr. Cox plays gay chicken with Brendan Fraser's character.
Gosh.
So good.
Can't wait for that.
Starting out with shout outs already. Shout outs to Scrubs.
I think is it next week?
Next week. The 25th, I think.
I don't know how I feel about it.
As of recording, next week, Scrubs comes back.
I don't know how
I am hopeful. I'm being a hopeful optimistic. I think it could be good. They got so much of the original cast back. Like, it's got to be at least decent. It'll be at least decent.
It should be.
As long as they don't. About this before, though. Scrubs, I don't think is going to hold up in the streaming service unless they really change it, because it's not a binge. It's not a binging show because they follow the same formula. The original Scrubs, I've watched it. I liked it, but when you binge watch it, you realize it's the same formula of every episode. They change the story and they add in some new humor, but it's the same thing every time. It's good, but it's not very binge-worthy. And I'm wondering how they're going to address that with the remake. Or the
I will
reboot.
Probably disagree because I didn't watch Scrubs until you could binge it.
Well, then you weren't paying attention. You moron. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, like, we were too little. Like, that show in its heyday, we were not probably interested in that. Like, until the late seasons is when we probably were at the age where we would be interested in it. And by that time, it was like on Netflix, and we binged it. And then.
So what you're saying is,
we're young.
You're a child. You're a child.
He's just a baby. 30 children. As my wife keeps reminding me every week, you're almost 30.
That's
good
true.
For you.
Getting very close.
So anyway,
I have a couple of shout outs when you guys are ready.
We can go ahead and do shout outs since we already shouted out Scrubs.
We do them. We're doing them.
We're in the process, man. Just go for it, Andy. Shoot from the hip.
Okay, so I've got a couple, but the first one I want to say, shout out, is my family. We started watching House of David on Amazon Prime. We watched the first episode. It's pretty good. Like,
I've seen people watch it. That's all. Sorry,
but it's not. It's pretty good. We also watched. Same along those lines. We also watched Young David. Is that what it's called? No. David, the animated movie.
I've heard good things.
Kids liked it. I was a little disappointed. It got a lot of hype, but it was still good. Trying to think what else have I watched recently. I'm about halfway through, haven't finished. The Last Unicorn. It's an old Rankin and Bass movie. That movie's weird. It is weird.
That is not the movie I thought you were talking about when you asked.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about that Paul Rudd movie. Is that not The Last Unicorn, or is that
that's the Death of a Unicorn?
Death of a Unicorn. Okay, that's what I was thinking of.
Oh no, The Last Unicorn. It's from
I've
the
never
80s.
even heard of this movie.
It's an animated movie, dude. It is weird. It's entertaining, but we had to turn it off.
Do you not have homework?
Because of the kids. You now have homework.
I don't know if I want to. Where do you even watch it?
Amazon.
All right.
No, I'm just gonna warn you. There is a harpy in there that is weirdly anatomically made. And then we turned it off.
I don't know what that means.
Just you're gonna have to watch it. And then we go to watch it, and this tree comes to life, and let's just say the tree's got some big assets.
Got some big apples. The big apple tree.
And we turned it off because it was like, this is getting weird, and we were watching it with the kids.
I have to watch this movie just to see how weird
it is. This doesn't sound like homework. This sounds like not even a shout out. It sounds like a recommendation to not watch this.
The thing is, the story is good. It's
whatever
just
the
a
shout
little
out
weird.
This is the opposite of a shout out. This is not a shout out. This is a shut down.
For some reason on my X account, I keep getting like old, like little known or forgotten movies, and The Last Unicorn was on there. I was like, oh, Rankin and Bass animated. I'll watch it with the kids.
No, you won't.
And they enjoyed it, and then I was like, no. We'll have to wait. We'll have to finish watching this movie to make sure it doesn't get any weirder than it already is. But there's another movie that showed up that I'd never even heard of, but I haven't watched it yet. I have it on my list to watch. It's called Dragon Slayer or whatever. It came out the same year as Indiana Jones, like a couple weeks after. So it didn't like do very well because it was essentially competing with Indiana Jones. I think the Temple of Doom. Right. Anyway, and it like got Oscar nominations and stuff for like the effects they used for the dragon or whatever. And I was like, I'm gonna have to check that out. Haven't seen it, but like I said, I've been on a kick of like trying to watch like these movies that people have forgotten about or not even heard of.
I've heard of this movie.
If anybody has any recommendations on movies that either you forgot about or not many people know about,
I think there's some movies that are on this list that you haven't watched that you should watch.
Yeah, but
on today's list.
Heard of them.
Okay.
I've heard of them. But
I want to do a quick shout out without talking too much about it because it's still very new. But I want to shout out Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Again.
It's fantastic. It's like, I know we've talked about it the last couple episodes, whether being hyped about it or just talking about it, but like we haven't been able to record the last couple weeks. So episode 5 dropped last weekend and it was phenomenal. So without giving any spoilers, it was awesome. Definitely should check it out. Once the last episode comes out, we'll probably do an episode on it. Just so we can talk about it. We've wanted to talk about it a lot, but we've been avoiding it because we don't like being those guys, but we don't want to spoil it for anybody.
I think I almost just did, just so you could bleep it out. Like I thought about it just so you could just be like,
they massacred my boy.
Oh man, come on.
Non-spoiler.
That's my boy.
Non-spoiler warning worthy spoilers. Things happen. Some people die. Some people live. Game of Thrones.
I mean, I was going to say this is Game of Thrones. I also want to shout out because I actually finally got to start Star Trek Starfleet Academy. I'm 3 episodes in, and it's pretty awesome, pretty great. I enjoy it a lot. So, yeah.
Is it as good as everything after season 1 of Star Trek Discovery?
Probably too early to tell. I'm only 3 episodes in, but I
Is
really
it better
enjoyed.
than Picard?
It sounds like a no.
I don't know. That's hard because I've only seen the first season of Picard, and I really enjoyed the first season of Picard. So I don't know.
Fair. First season of Picard's pretty good. I got into the second or third season and was like, not interested anymore.
But it is. Granted, in my opinion, Star Trek hasn't missed a lot in the last couple shows that they've made.
Where's it at in the timeline?
Sometime like post was a season 2 or 3 of Discovery.
So it's pre Captain Kirk. Oh, it's in the future.
Yeah, future, like, because season 2 or 3 they go in the future. Discovery.
So this is like way after post Next Generation, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure where the timeline was.
I think technically it's like 1,000 years or so after like Next Generation, I think. Something crazy. So it's pretty awesome.
I didn't know that.
I've seen online a couple of people have some issues with it, but I don't see those issues. So I think it's good. Because I've always been interested, because they've always talked about Starfleet Academy, and it's kind of interesting because Starfleet Academy in the show, it's not really a spoiler because it's like in the first like 3 minutes of the show. They talk about how Starfleet Academy hasn't existed for like a long time because after.
So the premise of the show is they just revamped it.
They just reopened it. Yeah, reinstituted Starfleet Academy. So yeah, for a while they only had the War College because they were trying to protect. Now they're past trying to protect after a cataclysmic event happened in the universe. And now they're trying to get back towards being Starfleet instead of like a military
soldiers.
Force. So yeah. So it's really good. On that note, I also finished Star Trek Lower Decks. Great show. Awesome.
Are they still making that show, or are they done?
Unfortunately, no. I wish they were. I wish it didn't have to end. It was so good. So, if you want to immerse yourself in Star Trek while not taking itself too seriously, and you want some 30-minute fun, that's your show. Andrew, you got any shout outs before we?
Yeah, I'm going to
talk about our topic.
I'm going to bring to the table, and I actually haven't listened to it with audio yet, but there is a new Toy Story 5 trailer out. And I haven't listened to the audio. I have only just kind of watched and listened because I was in a public place without headphones. So I will watch it later, but it literally looks hilarious. I don't know if it sounds hilarious, but I enjoy where they're going with it, with how kids are being fed screens and with it just, like I said, from only looking at it, looks like it's about how toys have changed and what that's going to look like. And I really like how they show how they have to reach out to Woody to bring him back for help. But it looks exciting. I also want to shout out Super Mario Galaxy, the movie. That date is getting closer, and I just get more and more excited for that as it gets closer. Something about Yoshi has really just changed my whole perspective on it. I'm just right there for it now. Adam, I'm going to vicariously shout out for you, because you were telling me about this pre-pod of the trailer for season 2 of House of the Dragon. Dragon. I was excited
Season
that
3?
you told me they had. Oh, season 3. I was excited that you told me there's a trailer for season 3, and I haven't even watched it. And I was surprised you didn't give the shout out there. So I'm shouting it out for you. This is
Hey, if you want action
shout
based
out
on the teaser trailer,
adjacent.
yeah, if you're waiting for action for House of the Dragon, the teaser trailer definitely hints at way more action than the last 2 seasons. So
There was a lot of action the last season, I thought.
right, but just you're
I
getting
haven't
into
watched it yet.
Just
What?
wait.
right. The first 2 seasons, House of the Dragon, are kind of like in not Rogue, but Andor season 2, where it's a slow build up. You can feel
Right.
it. Season 3 is going to be the cataclysm. Just
Speaking
it
of,
should be very good.
I did finally finish season 2 of Andor, and it's so good. It's so good.
I haven't watched
I-
any
I-
of Andor. I need to.
I immediately went and watched Rogue One afterwards. And
Exactly.
It hits. It hits so good.
It's so good. Yep. It's so
And
good.
then it's funny because now it makes me want to watch A New Hope, and so I'll probably do that. It's just this really fun thing of like it. Everything with Andor and Rogue One did just kind of gave you about, I don't know, what is it? Essentially 24 hours of A New Hope.
Right.
If you think about it, just good.
Yep.
I
Besides
almost. I got one more. It's a quick one. I saw on X a clip from Young Washington. It's a movie or a TV series. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't even know it existed. But Andy Serkis is playing in it. He plays.
Is he physically in it, or is
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, he
Okay.
plays General. He plays General Edward Braddock
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
in it.
That was George Washington's commanding officer.
Yep.
Back in
So
the day.
from the little clip they released or whatever of it, I guess it's supposed to come out July 3rd for the 250th American or
Nice.
United States anniversary or whatever.
I don't know. That show sounds too English for me.
And yet
I do also
Game of
General
Thrones and
Braddock.
House of the Dragon, they all have British accents. So
Yeah.
General Braddock, I'm pretty sure, is your first assassination in Assassin's Creed 3. One of them.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Pretty sure. I can't remember if it's you as the. I can't remember his name, but the Native American one, or if it was the guy you
think
find
you're-
out as a
yeah.
Templar.
I think
Can't
it's
remember.
him.
Yeah.
just sorry, it just popped in my head mostly because of my blanket. Shout out to all my Bears fans. We're kind of going through it with the whole stadium thing, whether they're leaving Illinois or not. Just it'll be all right.
I know.
Whatever happens.
Hammond Bears does not sound as good as Chicago Bears.
They won't be the Hammond Bears. They will still
They'll
be the Chicago
Indiana
Bears.
They'll be the
Because
Indiana Bears.
technically, the Dallas Cowboys are not in Dallas.
But
They
they're
are in
still
Arlington.
in the same state. I feel like it gets
What
a little more
about-
complicated when you move
What about the
states.
New York Jets and the New York Giants? They play in New Jersey.
That's because New Jersey
That's
is
true.
technically New York. It's just the dirty part. according to the New Yorkers.
I want
According to
you
the, I
to
live
tell.
in. I don't live in New York.
I
yet.
want you to tell a New Yorker, "Hey, New Jersey, New York, the same thing, right?" And probably
No,
get
but you have
punched.
to add it's the dirty armpit of New York.
It's the dirty armpit. And actually, they might
And
take that.
Anybody from New Jersey, we're just joking. We're just going.
Well-
I'm just going based off of How I Met Your Mother and how they make fun of New Jersey. A lot.
From the podcasts I listen to for Chicago sports. A lot of people in Chicago consider Indiana the dirty armpit of Chicago. So,
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
I
if anything,
completely
we're just
agree.
the exact same.
But we're
No,
not.
No, we're not at all. We're not. That's a big fat lie.
No,
We
the
don't-
thing is, Chicago is so much different than the rest of the state.
That's
of
true.
Illinois.
That is
true.
also true.
Chicago should be like its own little mini state thing because they're just so different. It's so different.
Sometimes I'll be listening to something about this stadium thing, and I'm just like, Illinois, how'd you fumble it? The Bears have been in Chicago since like 1915 or something like that, or 1925? 1925. And you're fumbling it, and they're gonna leave. Like it's.
At least that means Indiana gets the money from the Chicago Bears or Hammond Bears.
It's true.
But
then tickets might be cheaper when they build their new stadium because it'll probably be a lot bigger than Soldier Field. But anyway,
you won't have to drive to Chicago to go to a Bears game
unless you're in Chicago. Unless you're in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's the thing. Everybody talks about it. Chicago Bears fans, they're literally everywhere. From what I heard is like internationally, Chicago has the most international fans out of almost any franchise. But then also,
which is sad. They chose a losing franchise.
So if you're saying, as a Cowboys fan,
yeah, I am.
That's sad. So, but what you're saying then, Andy, is that the Cowboys would say that they're America's team. The Bears are the world's
Cowboys haven't
team.
been Exactly. Cowboys haven't been America's team in a long time.
And I don't think the Bears are anybody's team either. They just like Bears.
Oh, that reminds me. Last sports shout out, and then we really need to get going on our topic. UFL.
This is just going to be a pod. Oh, UFL!
The UFL is starting in a couple months. We're excited. I think it was the coach of the St. Louis Battlehawks said that they are America's team for the UFL. So
that's probably true.
And they released new jerseys. They released like new uniforms. I don't know if you guys have seen them. All the teams got like an upgrade. They all look way better than they did. But
I'm actually going to try to watch some of the games this year. I didn't watch any of them last year.
And we're planning on going
I felt
to
out of touch.
I want to go.
Now that there's one in Columbus, we are going to go.
Maybe we'll go to a couple.
That would be fun. I don't know if we can. I can swing
I don't
a couple, but
if my
definitely
wife will
one.
sign off on a couple.
But
this is me not saying anything to my wife about that one yet at all. No, I probably don't.
I got the
talked to her yet.
What are my wife?
I got
talked to her about the one. I talked to her about the one. She was pretty bummed that it was a guy's trip, but oh well.
I mean, technically, my wife and your wife could go, and Andy could just go solo. My wife said it'd be fun.
I'll be the fifth wheel.
I'll hold your hand.
No, Andy, you're the spare tire at that point.
That's true. You just hang out in the trunk. You can.
Anyway.
Nope.
We should really get on topic.
Anyway, UFL, and we might be. We are all different fans of different sporting teams in football world. Yeah, like I'm an Ohio State fan, and Andy and Adam are arguably Notre Dame fans. And I'm a Colts fan.
I'm more of an Indiana fan, if we're all honest.
Okay, and Adam is a Cowboys fan that's trying not to be and trying to be a Bills fan. And
I love perpetual losers, so.
and Andy is the Bears fan. So we decided amongst deciding to become UFL fans that we would solidify being St. Louis Battlehawks fans.
They just have the coolest name.
They do have probably the coolest name. And their jerseys are so awesome.
But being an Ohio State fan, I want to be an Aviators fan.
Dude, you should look up their uniforms. They have some nice uniforms.
They do. And their social media is pretty on fire right now, too. Like, don't be surprised. Because we're trying to go to the... I don't know if you guys care. Bleep it out if you want. We're going to try to go to the Battlehawks Aviators game. Don't be surprised if that becomes a rivalry out of this. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Between the three of us?
No. Between the Battlehawks and the Aviators.
Yeah, we'll see. Because like I feel like both those are going to have big fan bases. Like moving to Columbus was a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Because Ohio needs a team that doesn't suck, that isn't a college football team.
This is true.
Did you see how awesome they all felt when the Bengals got to the Super Bowl? And they're still hoping they'll make it back there. Unfortunately. Yeah. All right, anyway, moving on.
3 Nerds Deep. They're going to change the name of this episode
tomorrow. I'm the only one who cares.
We're going to end the pod there. This is just called the shout out episode. That's all we did.
I'm just excited for baseball. That's all.
Nah, we'll cut that part out. We don't care about baseball.
I know you guys don't care. I care. I don't know why, but I do love baseball.
You should actually just cut that out. Make it in the prequel. We don't care about baseball. Just cut it out of the pod.
All right. So
my wife just said she prefers baseball to football.
Your wife is wrong.
Adam said you're wrong.
And she probably doesn't like football because you force her to watch the Bears. So that's probably why.
Fair.
No, she probably likes baseball more because she prefers guys with beer guts and loose fitting pants, which is kind of her husband. So
yeah, just like she likes. Now we won't get into D&D stuff, but
oh yeah, there we go.
Anyway, so our topic today is we are going to talk about one of at least my favorite actors. We're going to talk about our favorite Jim Carrey movies. So we each picked 10 of our favorite Jim Carrey movies, and we gave them a ranking, and then our master of the list, Andrew, put them together and created our official 3 Nerds Deep ranking of the top, I don't know how many movies, 12 movies, 13 movies?
I think it's 13. It's 13 is what we've got together.
Yeah, 13 of the top movies for Jim Carrey.
So, yeah, because how this list is out, if you listen to the Best Christmas Movies episode, it's very much similar to that, where we each just picked our top 10 favorite Jim Carrey movies, but then we also gave them an additional ranking out of 10. So we think it's a 9 out of 10. It could be our number one movie, but we only gave it a 9 out of 10. It's at a perfect 10. And so on and so forth. When you add the points up, that's how we get our average of what is we think is the best to the worst. Now, this does get some discrepancies, which is really open for maybe arguments, but after looking at the list, I think these are just going to be mostly friendly arguments because I believe it's based off of movies that either one of us have seen versus others haven't versus didn't have enough space on our list to add it. Because even though we only have 10, apparently Jim Carrey's only got like 32 movies, which is odd. I always thought it was more than that, but it kind of makes sense. And like 7 of them are between 1990, I want to say 94 through 2003. So in 9 years, he's got like 7 movies, which is ridiculous. Like he was doing back-to-back movies in the 90s all over the place.
Can I real quick just say, I think Jim Carrey might have had one of the greatest decades in movie history.
Oh, I think he had to have, because if he didn't, he would just be just a funny actor that had a moment.
Right.
But
because he really shined in from definitely 1995 to 2005 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we want to kick it off with the first one?
Let's kick it off. We're going to work. Last time we did a list, we worked it from the best to the worst because it made sense. Not today, folks. We're going to be doing it from the worst to the best. And when I say worst, I just mean the 13th, because we're not doing all of his movies. Apparently, he has some pretty good stinkers if you look at some of the movies on there, but we're not talking about those. We're talking of the 13, what we think are his best movies. So, coming in at number 13. There are some ties. We have 3 ties. That seems to be the average on our list, is we have 3 ties. So we can try to split that up if we want to, see what happens. But this one is not a tie. So at 13, it is the movie Man on the Moon. And I was the only person to put this one on there. And I put it pretty high. And out of my total points for it, with adding my rank, because it is number 6 in my rank of movies, with a score of 8.75, gave it a 15.75, which is the lowest. But I'm wondering, did you guys see this movie, or do you just not like it, or did it not make your list?
I have never seen it. I know what it's about. I know that it's what do they call it? Biopic of Adam Kaufman. Is that his name?
Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman. I've seen clips of the movie. Seems like he does a pretty good job of playing Andy Kaufman, but I've just never seen it. So
yeah, there's a lot of behind the scene controversy about this movie, because he went into method acting on this, but he also, if you watch, I think there's a little documentary about it. He went into some weird space where he felt like he was actually being guided by the spirit of Andy Kaufman while he was doing this movie, which is really, really kind of creepy. I don't think it undermines the performance he gave in the movie, but I think it went through some real soul changing for Jim Carrey, the actor, as he went into this. But anyway, Adam, have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay. So that's
I don't
really
think I've really seen any of his more, I guess it's not really, any of his serious stuff.
Yeah. It's actually pretty good. I would recommend it. I think, and I'm glad we get to start with this one on here, even though it's the lowest one. You'll find my opinion is I really think Jim Carrey is a very good dramatic actor, as well as comedic. He does a phenomenal job of being able to make you feel funny and laughing 1 minute, and then the next minute he's tearing your heart out. And just does a really good job. I'm sad that he feels done making movies, and I respect that decision, except for the Sonic movies. Hopefully he keeps doing those. If he's done with the next Sonic movie that comes out, I would understand. But I knew he'd come back for Sonic 3. But that's neither here nor there yet. But yeah, I think this is a good one to start for this, to underline just how good of a actor he really is. And you'll see a lot of this, actually. So I have 2 lists with as well as our Rotten Tomatoes. There was an IMDb list and a BuzzFeed list from 2022. It came up with a best Jim Carrey movies. Man on the Moon on IMDb, they ranked it as number 3. So this, I would say, with that ranking, it counts as some homework for you guys. You guys should look into it. Don't watch it with your kids, though. BuzzFeed listed as a number 8, and both IMDb and BuzzFeed lists were a total filmography. So we're not going to hear every number, but this is their total filmography. But one place that this is why I do think it is fairly low. It only has a 64 by critics and a 79 by audiences on Rotten Tomato. So, you're there. I would say it's good enough for you guys to look into to watch it. But that's me. And then let's move on to what I'm going to call is Adam's cheating. Because he cheats here, but we're allowing it. We're allowing the cheat because he's the only one who cheated. And it's good that they're being listed and that we get to talk about them. At number 12 on our list is what Adam so affectionately called the Sonic series, which, if you understand why I say it's cheating, it's because he's saying all three movies are the same. And I disagree, but I agree that they're good.
I'm not saying all three movies are the same. I'm saying Jim Carrey in all three movies is exactly the same amount of greatness.
Yeah. Okay.
Because obviously the movies are different, but we were ranking Jim Carrey. I was ranking Jim Carrey movies based on Jim Carrey, not necessarily the movie as a whole. That's why there's another movie on this list that like is not considered a good movie, but it made two of ours list. Probably, I'm assuming, because of Jim Carrey's portrayal in them. So
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah. But the point is,
yeah, it's just he's hilarious. It's like they gave Jim Carrey a blank check to be Jim Carrey, and he's like, "I'm sold." Like well, actually, he came out of retirement
twice, three times.
To keep making this movie. Like he clearly enjoyed himself enough that he's like, I can go for another one.
I think
he's become the Brett Favre of retirements.
No, it's just for Sonic.
That's true.
But
That's
actually,
true.
I wouldn't even say it was a blank check necessarily to do whatever he wanted to do. Because if it was, Jim Carrey would have wore a fat suit in the first movie. Actually, he wanted to gain a whole bunch of weight to make him to look more like Robotnik in the first movie. And they said, no, you can't do that. And then he wanted to do it even more in the second one. And they were like, no, we're still not going to let you do it. I half wonder if part of the reason he got to come back for the third Sonic movie, or they're
like, we'll let you be fat.
We'll let you be fat. And he's like, okay, I'm in.
And play your grandpa.
And play yourself. But part of the reason we're allowing Adam to get away with this is because they all do need to be mentioned. And Jim Carrey has such a good filmography for the most part that to not say these, I think, is devastating, to not put them on here at all.
I was surprised that neither one of you put any of the Sonic movies on here.
I would have if there weren't other movies that I think are more iconic for Jim Carrey. But
but like if when you talk to anybody Carrey, 20 or younger, he's going to be known for the Sonic series.
I know, but I am not 20 or younger.
Me either.
And I don't disagree that this is a good movie. And I even said pre-pod that these movies have made video game adaptations in film, whether TV or movie, made it possible because these were the only ones that came out at the time. They were the only good video game adaptations on screen. And since then, we've had a lot better ones. The next, put it in perspective this way. The next two closest movies that would be better, that could be arguably better video game adaptations prior to this, was either Silent Hill or the Mortal Kombat movie. The first one, not the second one. And that's saying something. And these movies, which are bringing in adults as well as kids to watch, are fantastic. And they've only, for the most part, they've gotten better. I don't have exactly all the scores on here for where it is. IMDb has all three of these on there. I'm not too sure the order, but they're all right in the same place. It's 11, 12, and 14 on their list. BuzzFeed, their list was in 2022, so they didn't have Sonic 3 yet. But they did have Sonic 1 and 2, and they had them at 19 and 18 respectfully. But I'm pretty sure how I have Rotten Tomatoes, the critics have Sonic 3 at 86% and audiences at 95%. Sonic 2 at 69% from critics, but audiences love it at 96%. And Sonic 1 at 64% by critics, but once again, audiences love it at 93%. And like I said, even critics are admitting like they're getting better. Audiences,
but they still gave them crazy low scores. Critics are just they too snooty for like a Sonic movie?
It's a little, well, if you look at the other two movies, it's a lot of laying the groundwork without getting a lot of heavy lifting into it. They're not heavy thinker movies. It's not necessarily fantastic, and they shouldn't be. That's why audiences love it. They know what they're getting in for, and they're there for it. And
I don't want to watch a Sonic movie and be expecting a Sonic movie, and all of a sudden it's like The Sixth Sense or whatever.
Right. But you can get away with that later on. Yeah, that was out there. That was out there, Andy. But it's okay. I know what you were trying to say. Sonic comes on screen. I see dead people.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like what I'm saying is like critics
more deeper
love movies that are complicated and they have twists and turns, and it's like we don't need that. Sometimes we just want to watch.
Right. We want to watch Sonic, and there's some fan service that goes along with it, but the story's good enough and entertaining enough that we want to watch it. And Jim Carrey makes those movies. If you take out Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, who are you going to play? Who are you going to replace him with now? Now that he's done it, who would be better? I can't think of anybody who would outdo Jim Carrey.
Who would be better?
Robin Williams could have done it if he was still alive.
Right, but I don't know if he would have been better.
I don't know if he would have been better.
I don't think he would have been better. I think he could have done a decent job, but yeah, I
know we're talking about Jim Carrey, but I do think for the Sonic movies, they nailed the voice actors for Sonic, for Knuckles, for Shadow, and Tails.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, did you hear who they got? Who they have for Amy for the next one?
No, I didn't hear.
I also think this is a good one. It's Kristen Bell.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's a good.
That'd be good.
I mean, they're doing a great job with all of that. I think there's a lot of heart in all these movies, and I'm excited to see how they keep going.
I think you can't have, like, when they first announced that Jim Carrey was playing Robotnik, I was a little on the fence, but then seeing how he played Robotnik, I'm like, yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Like, it's because when they first announced it, it's like he's not bald, he's not fat, he doesn't have a goofy mustache, but then they made it work, and now
which
I
is
can't
interesting.
See anybody playing it,
which is such a good way to do it, because now we have this development of Dr. Robotnik that we didn't expect to get, and they've really developed him throughout the whole 3 movies. As he went from a high, and then he went down into a low, and then he got lit back up, and then we see him kind of like, is he a bad guy? Is he not a bad guy? I mean, they keep playing the he's going to be dead, but maybe he's not going to be dead card.
I think one of the reasons why, and again, I don't know if he's done an interview where he's mentioned this, but I feel like Jim Carrey loves playing in kids' movies.
I think
some of my favorite movies that he's been in, like, are more, they may not necessarily be kids movies, but it's like movies that are more kid friendly. Like, I just feel like there's almost like a difference in like him talking about playing these movies. Like, he just seems so happy. Like, he's having so much fun and he's so happy.
I think he likes, I think he likes the simplicity.
Anything, but there's a couple on here that like,
I think he likes the simplicity for kids.
Yeah.
Kids are critics of, they like it or they don't, and there's not necessarily, they don't need all this deep thinking. Yeah. All right, so let's move on. We are now in our first tie. We have 2 number 11s, and oh my goodness, are these 2 completely different movies.
I am perfectly fine dropping this next one below the other 11.
Actually, I'm going to change it. I'm sorry. This is not a tie. Something. Oh wait,
Nope.
yeah, no, something changed. Oh, yeah, something changed because of what we did pre-pod. So,
Wasn't there technically 14 movies, not 13?
then there's
movies?
technically 14 movies. So, thank you. That's what I was. Okay, so technically 14 is Man on the Moon. 13 is the Sonic series.
Andrew, I think you need to flip those.
Which ones?
Your the one you have labeled as
Oh,
12
you're
has
right,
a higher
you're
score
right.
than the.
Okay, that's even
Having
funnier.
difficulties.
That's fine. We'll fix that later. I'll
It's all
just do
Adam's fault
this
because
for
he
now.
didn't follow directions.
Adam didn't follow
I
directions.
Understood when he sent the directions for how to rank them. I'm sorry.
Never mind, they've been the same, but that's okay.
Every single time.
They
They have not been the same.
haven't been the same every
They have
single
not.
time. That's okay, because I, being the
We
master
forgive you,
of the
Adam.
list, am able to fix this.
Really,
live.
I can only do so much
All right.
with the directions I'm given.
Which were the same. And
I'm
two
former
of the
leader.
three of us know how to do it. Okay. So now with the good corrections here, Man on the Moon is 14, the Sonic series is 13, and we are no longer at a tie. We have only 2 ties. So this next one is, I honestly think this should be higher. I think it would be higher, but I already know that the 2 boys here haven't watched it. I otherwise it would be higher.
have seen most of it.
Oh, really? And okay. Well then
I think it's good. It's not on my top 10 list because I didn't grow up watching it.
I didn't either. I
These other
watched it as an
movies are
adult. That's fine. Anyway, the movie we are talking about is Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. And this is another one. This is by most of the other lists that we've looked at and the scores. This is considered Jim Carrey's best movie. And
that
I
makes sense
agree.
to me.
I
think it
put
makes
it-
sense.
I put it at the top. I think it's great. It's very dramatic. There are hints of some whimsy and some laughter mixed into this very sad, depressing movie that even though it's there, you'll still chuckle and laugh at certain points in times.
And I agree with that. Like he is fantastic in this movie. Just personal preference. I also don't like sad movies. So like
that explains a lot.
it's a phenomenal movie. Like he's probably, like it says, number 1. Like it might be his best acted movie, but just personal preference kept it from my top 10.
Andy, have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
And
I've heard of it, but again, I don't tend to watch sad movies.
Oh, guys, sad movies are the best. They make you
That's 'cause
sad.
It's hot.
What?
My wife just handed me fresh baked bread. Sorry.
That was really
I
poor
need to-
time.
I need to mute my mic.
I'm glad.
That's what
I'm
it
glad
is.
I have a soundbite of that.
It's hot. Thank you, Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton. Yeah, that's hot.
That's hot.
No, she just handed me fresh baked raisin sourdough bread or whatever, and it's
she
really
did.
hot.
Yeah, she did.
If we were recording the video, the listeners could see. You can't see the steam coming off of this thing, but it's.
What you
it's
are
hot.
now witnessing is Andy is holding up a small corner end piece of some raisin sourdough bread that has some small steam coming off of it that he is smelling but
Staring
won't
at
eat
it
it.
kind of sensually. I'm
Andy,
kinda-
don't do that to the bread. All right, we're gonna move on.
and no one will know what happened because there's no video.
There's no video. Anyway, it is 12 on our list. It's number 1 on IMDb. It's number 1 on the BuzzFeed list. Critics give it a 93%. Audiences give it a 94%. You guys are crazy, but I accept it.
I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it. I'm just saying that I don't go out of my way to, be like, oh, sweet, a sad movie.
It's not that sad.
It's about people breaking up. That's sad to me.
It's more than that. It's on a deeper
and deciding, erasing their memories, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, stuff like
been
that.
A while.
Yeah. It's about being so upset over a breakup that people will go in and try to erase their memories. But this is about how, as he's trying to, he's struggling with actually doing it because he realizes that those memories kind of make him who he is.
So really, if you want to save time, just watch That 70s Show when Eric breaks up with Donna.
No, it's not the same at all. It's absolutely not. It's gross. Wrong.
It'll save you time. It'll save you time.
It's wrong. I don't even want to talk.
And it'll be more funny.
I quit the pod and I'm
out. Anyway, we got the list now, so Andrew can leave. So
okay, so moving on. Number 11. This is the one that Adam was hinting at earlier, if I'm correct. Because it's not necessarily... This is not necessarily a Jim Carrey movie, but dare I say he makes it a Jim Carrey movie because this movie is at least, I'm going to say, 7 times better than it should be because of Jim Carrey. And if you don't know what movie we're talking about by now, you probably haven't seen it, and you probably should. But that movie is Batman Forever. And I love this movie. I love this
as
movie a kid. This is my favorite version of Batman, except it's both. I'm so glad
I can't finish
that this movie focused more on the Riddler than it did on Two-Face. Because if Jim Carrey was a side character as much as Two-Face was or ended up being, it would not be nearly as good.
Right.
I
do enjoy Clooney Batman, right?
Yeah.
No. Val Kilmer.
No. Val Kilmer.
George Clooney is the worst Batman, and George Clooney was with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
As Mr. Freeze.
It's been a while since I watched any of those movies.
You're right.
Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, and then Ben Affleck. And then Robert Pattinson. And we don't know who's next.
And then Michael Keaton again.
And then Michael Keaton again. But anyway.
No,
I will say I really enjoyed the chemistry that the Riddler and Two-Face had, though.
Even though apparently Tommy Lee Jones hated Jim Carrey.
I have heard that.
During the filming. I don't know if he still hates him.
But on screen, it was hilarious and amazing.
That makes sense. They don't seem like two dudes that would they'd go and hang out.
Right.
I just like
Plus,
where he goes,
also kind of weird just
teach me how to punch a guy.
Dude, it's so good.
It's
I will say, those movies get so much flack, but man, they had good villains.
Dude, Batman Forever doesn't like
good villains.
There are the
Arnold Schwarzenegger was not that good as Mr. Freeze.
No, dude, that movie's terrible. But that's beside the point.
I really enjoyed as a kid. I really enjoyed Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Oh gosh, it's so.
Come on, the one-liners. It's so good.
So bad. The first three Batman movies. The first 3 Batman movies are good. The first one's great. The second one is great. The third one is good, and I like it enough to call it.
So the first one is Joker. Second one is
kind of got a little Penguin. Hot in the collar.
Right? The second one is Penguin.
And Catwoman.
Yeah.
And Catwoman. And then
we didn't. That one is probably. I know we're not ranking those movies, but that one would probably go below Batman Forever just because we didn't watch it as kids.
I wasn't allowed to.
No.
It was too
Me
dark.
either.
Yeah, our parents did not let us
When I
watch
watched
it.
these
We were
movies with
older,
the kids, I'm
and
pretty sure I skipped it.
yeah, it's just way
Which is-
darker.
Which is
So,
interesting for how dark. Like Batman, the first Batman is dark.
right.
But it's like if you're a kid, you don't quite realize how dark it is. I was watching that movie at like 7 years old, and
Yeah.
I didn't notice any of the weird craziness. Like the fact that all the characters that are smiling, I just thought they were happy. Like I knew they died, but I was like, oh, they're happy. And then I was like, oh no, those are actually like their faces contorted. Like that was torture to them, and that's how they died.
Right.
And it's like, huh? I didn't get that at all as a kid. And then Batman Returns, like it's just a whole. There, it's like Tim Burton's like, wait, you thought that movie wasn't dark? Let me show you what dark is. Then we're gonna have a guy bite the head off of a bird. We're gonna have a guy bite a guy in the nose. It's gonna be obvious.
Yeah, I don't remember any of this. I must have like blocked it out.
And
yeah.
then
Seeing
you
it as a
have
kid, just
Batman
blocked it
Forever, where you loved it as a kid because Jim Carrey was funny.
Right.
Like,
Oh, but the truth is, Batman Forever isn't as dark at all
no.
as the first two. It's a little more lighthearted, but Jim Carrey makes that movie. To this day, people are saying if they make a Batman movie where they need the Riddler again, they should just hire Jim Carrey. Like, that's what people said
Yeah.
after the Batman came out. They were like, why didn't they just get Jim Carrey again? Because he'd be great.
Yeah, I didn't like
Yeah.
the Riddler as much in the new Batman movie, but
On rewatching it, I like him more. I don't have anything against Paul Dano, but I just like
he played
it
the part
more.
good. It's just I don't know.
It's not Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
Right.
that's probably the problem. It's not Jim Carrey.
Okay. But this movie is not. This one actually probably makes the most sense for where we have it ranked. If we maybe even shouldn't have put this on the list, we might have.
It probably shouldn't have been on the list.
But I think it's important.
It belongs
that-
here. It belongs
I think
here.
it's the same effect that Sonic the Hedgehog has, except for it's just Jim Carrey. Like Jim Carrey really makes this movie. Not that Val Kilmer was bad. I don't think Val Kilmer was a bad Batman, but Jim Carrey makes this movie. IMDb had this list at 31. And remember I said that he has like 36 credited movies or something like that. And so
I'm
this is really
surprised
low.
that there's a movie lower.
Yeah. There are. There's a newer one that's really, really low. So I got a 0 score on Rotten Tomatoes. Anyway,
Really?
yeah.
I'd be curious on what that one is. Maybe when we're done with our ranking, you could tell me which one it is.
BuzzFeed has it at 16. Rotten Tomatoes critics have it at 41. Audiences have it at 33. So, listen, we don't say we're perfect. Most of the time, we disagree.
I
But we
disagree
might
with
all-
everyone.
We
I
might
think
be
we
wrong.
all agree that the Batman Forever movie is not a good movie, but
I think
Jim
it's a good
Carrey
movie.
is good in it.
I think it's a good enough movie because Jim Carrey is good in it.
Right. I don't think it deserves 33%.
I think that's a
No.
little rough. I think that's
That's a
I would
little
give
rough.
it a solid like
That's a-
65%.
I would give it a 60 to 65%. Yeah.
I'm curious. I got to look something up. I got to see what Batman and Robin is like. How
Oh, that one has to be.
it should be
20.
worse, right?
It's got to be like a 0.
Okay, it's much worse. Don't worry, the
Good.
world isn't that off. Batman and Robin is an 11% by critics and a 16% by audiences. It's okay. All right.
Whoever
feel a
thought
little better
George
about that
Clooney
33.
should be Batman was dumb.
No, George at the
George
time,
Clooney's a
George
good
Clooney
Bruce
should have
Wayne.
been.
Yeah, he
George
could be a good Bruce Wayne, but a
Did not want
Batman?
to play the part. You could tell he did not take it seriously at all.
All right.
And they gave Batman bat nipples. So
they gave all of them nipples except for Alicia Silverstone, which was a good call.
right,
Very good
but like it's a bad call to give any of them nipples. Like,
right, yeah.
if anything, it's
I was
sexist
trying
a
to
little
think of
bit.
that
Actually,
actress's name.
it's a little sexist at this point. I'm surprised there's not a movement about it. But anyway, moving on to number 10. Number 10 on our list. It's just, and I feel bad, guys. I feel bad about this one. This is one that
Hey, this is the first one that I actually have ranked.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's true.
I wanted to put this one on the list, but I didn't. I just didn't have space, and this one hurts my feelings that it's not, because I do think it's just a good movie. And it made the top of our Christmas list, and it's The Grinch. And it didn't make my list, and you guys both have it tied at 10.5, a point each, giving it the total of 21, making it our number 10 on the list. It's a good movie. I don't know how much we really need to say. If
you want to know what we think about the movie, go listen to the Christmas movie.
I will say the reason why this movie deserves to be on any top 10 list of Jim Carrey movies is because of how he portrayed the Grinch is how the Grinch is portrayed everywhere else.
It's true. I would almost take out, I'll get there when I get there, because there's one movie that I almost took out just so I could make room for us, but I couldn't figure out which one to replace it with. But there's this one and at least one other one on this list that I might have swapped out, and we'll get there. They're all coming up. All right, so we've talked about this one before. Nothing much changes. IMDb puts this at 20 for Jim Carrey.
Yeah, critics didn't like this movie very much.
No, BuzzFeed actually, the BuzzFeed list is pretty good. BuzzFeed put it at 11, which is right around where we have it. And yeah, critics had it at 50% and audiences have it at a 60%. And that still confuses me. Because definitely more than Batman Forever, this is a Jim Carrey movie, so I get why it's definitely higher. But come on. It's a good movie. It's got to be at least crack the 70s, at least.
Right. What did critics rate it?
50%.
I think critics just should not be allowed to rate kids' movies.
Maybe. Or maybe we just need different critics for kids. Maybe they need a different.
Maybe they should ask kids.
Right. Have kids.
No, because kids just be like, it's fine. But maybe that's part of the freedom in being an actor in a kids movie or directing a kids movie. It's like the critics aren't gonna. It's not about the critics.
You don't care what the critics say. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. Now, going on, we have our technical first tie. I double checked. This is our first tie, and we have two movies on here. Later,
Andrew, tiebreaker.
Oh, I will tell you easily. If I can, because neither one of these movies are on my list, but one of these movies is the one I might have swiped out with a different one that is on my list. But we have Yes Man and Bruce Almighty. And if I had to put a tiebreaker on it, if I had to, it's Bruce Almighty all day, baby. Bruce Almighty. That one hurt more than The Grinch to not put on the list. I loved Bruce Almighty. I think that's a good movie. Yes Man's okay. It's one of his better later comedies. This is not Jim Carrey in his should I say prime? I don't know if that's right. It's not in that decade of movies. It was a later one that he put out. It's still good. I just wouldn't put it on my top 10. It's not a bad movie.
I like this movie because, yes, it was a comedy, but it wasn't like a straight up silly, goofy comedy.
Right.
There was a lot of more, I guess, heart to it.
he wasn't doing his like, rubber face type of stuff. It was just
I disagree. He literally wraps tape all around his face.
That's true. You do get that scene.
does he?
Yes.
Yeah, isn't that when he's all hyped up on Red Bulls because he really, really likes Red Bulls? He had a Red Bull last night.
I think so.
It might be during that part.
I know he's got tape all
It's
over
where
his
he's
face during
talking with a friend.
Liar.
That's a different. No, it's the different.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
But it's both.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
Which,
I forgot about
again,
that part.
He does have that part, but I think this one just like it has a good story behind it. He's caught and not doing nothing. I just think the story's good. His chemistry with Zoe Deschanel was surprisingly really good. I didn't know how good it would be, and then watching the movie, I was like, they actually work really well together.
I actually have a problem with that a little bit, and it's only personal, and it's not founded on anything, but it's something that bugs me.
Is it the age gap?
It's this huge age gap.
It is a huge age gap.
Right now, I don't know when it was then, but I had to look it up because I looked it up once. I was like, that's ridiculous. But Zoe Deschanel is currently 46. And she just turned 46. Oh my gosh, no. Oh, this is funny. Oh, that's funny and creepy. Okay, hold on. This gets weirder. Okay. Zoe Deschanel is currently 46. Jim Carrey is 64. So I know age is just a number when you get to a certain point and everything like that. But when I watched that and I watched this movie as a kid, I was like, wait a minute. That's like dating, if you were 18, that's like dating somebody who's already close to their 30s or in their 30s at that point in time. That's weird.
So when Yes Man was made, Jim Carrey was 46, and Zoe was 28.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is,
years, right?
The thing is, you have to think his character is probably not that much older than her character.
Right, I know, but you can definitely see the age
I would
difference.
guess his character's probably like, she's like supposed to be 28. His character's probably supposed to be in his mid to late 30s, I would assume.
And this is the other thing that makes it weird. They have the same birth date.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were both born on January 17th. And this is the weirdest thing. January 17th, Jim Carrey was born January 17th, 1962. Zoe, 1980. So, I listen, it's not much, but it did affect watching that movie and realizing that. Like, sure, they had good chemistry and all that. It just made it added a little more of an ick factor to me. But I'm not discrediting the movie. I still think it's a good movie. I think it's a personal problem. But
yeah,
it's definitely was a factor into it. Now, actually, let me see something because I did say that I liked Bruce Almighty more. Okay, and I feel a little bit more okay with this because Jennifer Aniston is 57 years old. So she's 11 years older than Zoe Deschanel, and this movie was done earlier. So they were closer in age. That's probably, and it didn't bug me as much. But I like Bruce Almighty a lot. I think it's funny. I think it kind of changed a little bit of Jim Carrey's comedic tone from being necessarily the rubber face.
Right.
Also, it opened the gates for me to knowing who Steve Carell was and appreciating how hilarious he is. And I love Steve Carell. I think that's great. But
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, Bruce Almighty, like, I guess I had it lower on my list, but I would probably, I don't, like, as a tiebreaker, I think Bruce Almighty would be better, would be above.
Yeah. I
Because
like
again,
Can't
me not
remember.
realizing how Andrew wanted the list made, I just started writing down movies and then not realizing he was going to take how I wrote them down and put them in a ranking by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
based off of the ranks you gave me.
yeah.
I had Bruce Almighty above Yes Man, like in my personal list.
Right.
So,
Adam has Yes Man higher in ranking technically. So there's a chance that if Adam did his list like he was supposed to, Bruce Almighty would come out on top. Which is fine because it kind of looks like that.
Put Yes Man at 9 and Bruce Almighty at 8. I think we can all agree that makes sense.
Okay.
Isn't that already what?
No, they're both at 8.
8 and 8.
Okay. Well,
So
the thing
we
is
can
that when
just
you did your
make it
your
official.
rating, you gave Yes Man a 9, and you gave Bruce Almighty an 8.5.
Right, but that doesn't mean it would be higher on my
Yes, it does.
ranking.
Yes, it does.
This is exactly what those are.
No.
That's how numbers work. 9 is bigger than 8.5. All right,
Adam,
we're
you're
gonna
not
move
doing
on.
your list right. It's just
Adam's fighting against numbers now.
No, because there's
no, math is math, and it doesn't change. Andrew knows he's a teacher.
And
Math
your
is
ranking? Are you saying your ranking
is
is
different
it
than your
based off a
rating
number?
is-
my ranking is different than my rating.
But why
I
would
told
you
you
put
that
a
doesn't
number?
make any sense
Why would you put a number lower?
for a movie you like more.
Because I like the movie more, but I may not like Jim Carrey's portrayal in it as much.
All right,
Get them
we're gonna
understand? Like his
Whatever.
portrayal,
no.
his character in the movie may be way better than the actual movie, in my opinion.
We're just gonna have to
Like Jim Carrey in Batman Forever, like I ranked it pretty high, but that movie would be last on my list in my top 10.
But it was.
Exactly. But I'm pretty sure my personal like rating for him
So
was
confused.
I don't know. Anyway,
Listen, Adam.
See, the thing is, though,
this is
we
what
were
we're gonna
rating
do.
Movies, not.
We're gonna move on.
performances.
We're gonna
Anyway.
move on, and we're gonna say there's math and then there's Adam math, and they both can be correct. Because why not?
I'm just going
We're
to
all
edit all
friendly
this
here.
out. Luckily, I'm the editor, so
He's getting mad now.
All right.
everybody's just going to assume that Adam is just the best because anything that's bad that doesn't make sense that I do, I can just edit out. That's the perks of being the editor.
All right.
I'll just keep all the clips and make you guys look bad, and then everybody's like, "Oh, Adam must be the most sane, normal, uncontroversial one of the group."
Perfect. That's how I want it to be. All right. Moving on to what is our number 7, officially number 7, always was number 7 of our list, is Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. This is the first movie, and one of the movies that was in his prime of really just setting off who Jim Carrey was.
It was like the start. It was like the first one.
One of them. Yeah, it's definitely. I think so. I think it might be his first one. Yeah. But honestly, I put this on there. I gave it with my ranking and my score was at a 10. Andy has it at 15.25, and this one does not make Adam's list. That's okay.
Probably be number 11.
Right. This is the one that was on the fence for me. It's up higher than some other movies I put on here. So I don't know. This is why I was torn. I don't feel like I could comfortably put a movie on here that doesn't have Ace Ventura in my list because it's like Andy said, it's the one that introduces us really to Jim Carrey as an actor. And there's a lot of scenes that are iconic in Ace Ventura that people still quote it to this day that still work out. memeable reels and stuff like that that are just it's such a huge part of his career that to not put it on the list is tough. But I do think without doing the numbers like Adam is trying to, I like, this is how I kind of understand it. I do think I like Bruce Almighty more as a movie, but I think Ace Ventura is the one that deserves to be on the list. So,
sorry, I just got distracted. Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber all released in 1994.
Yeah, dude, he did them all back to back. He was busy. Yeah.
Sorry. But because I was just trying to see, so Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, I think that's the one that launched him into superstar. It's not his first movie ever, but I think it's what launched him into being like a household name. Because he's got several movies before then.
Well, like you just said, 94, he had 3 movies that were all comedic success or comedy successes. Box office successes. Like everybody went and saw them. They were fantastic.
I guess he was in the Deadpool, the Dirty Harry movie or whatever. Yep. Didn't know that.
I think he had a small part. I think. Maybe you're not. I could be wrong. Anyway. Why did you decide to put this movie, Andy, so high up?
Because it is one of the most iconic of his movies. It is also one of his funniest movies, in my opinion. Adam, I know he says, we were talking earlier, he said it's not his favorite one. The scene, like when he's trying to figure out whose ring is like missing diamonds or whatever. When he's like chasing down the guy who's jogging and he just jumps on him with chloroform, or sticking his head out the window of his car because the windshield's all busted. It's just good. I talked to Andrew about this before we started. The scene where he finds out that the detective lady is a guy is one of the funniest scenes. Like, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen the movie, you need to watch that scene.
When he puts all the pieces together.
Yeah, he like puts a plunger to his mouth and is trying to like, I don't even know what he's trying to do. Well,
it's because he kissed him.
Oh, I know, but like, the plunger really wouldn't do much. But then, like,
it's not supposed to make sense.
And then the scene, the scene ends with him like sitting in his shower with all of his clothes on, just sobbing. Like
he's in the fetal position, just bawling his eyes out.
Oh man. Yeah, like it's just so good. It's iconic, I could go on and on. Like when they're saying, "Oh yeah, he somebody heard him jump out the window," and he's just like, "Oh, you mean this door that is soundproof?" And he starts yelling and swinging the door open, and
that's when you hear the "Lahu, the her loser." Exactly.
Yep,
it's so good. Yeah, no, it's good because he plays an idiot who's also a genius. Yeah. And he could be a really good regular detective, but he hates people and loves animals. And who can't like relate to that in some level?
Yeah.
Not to the same extent. I don't think that's right, but like some people, it's like some people I definitely know prefer animals over people. IMDb didn't like this movie. Put it at 29. BuzzFeed loved this movie. Don't like
comedies that much.
BuzzFeed loved this movie. Put it at 4. Number 4.
That makes sense.
Critics put it at 47%, and audiences put it at 57%. Like, which should be a problem. But if you also notice, we haven't talked about Ace Ventura 2, so we'll get there when we get there. But if that movie came out today and that's how bad it was, nobody would watch it. this is a movie that had to be in the moment. Like, this is such an iconic movie that if that's the rankings of what people think of it now, it wasn't like that when it first came out. Loved this movie. People went nuts. There was a cartoon for it. Yeah.
I mean, there's a kid. Wasn't there a kid Ace Ventura movie?
Oh, yeah. They came out with another one, too, where he was a kid. You're right. Didn't do well. But that exists. No. All right. Moving on to our list. We are going on. This is the last one where it's not. One of these isn't on one of our lists. So far, every one of these movies has either been on 2 of our lists and that's it. One of us hasn't put this into our top 10. But this one is our number 6, and it is Dumb and Dumber. I love this movie.
Adam,
I don't know why Adam just didn't put this movie in here. This is actually the most controversial, I think. Why is this? And you said Ace Ventura would be your number 11. Why is this not on your list, Adam?
For one, we didn't watch this a lot as a kid. My parents hated this movie. So we never watched it as a kid.
They definitely
did not. So it's not like it's funny. It's very funny, but it doesn't stick with me as some of these other ones do. Just because,
gosh,
like I probably didn't watch it until I was a teenager, like in probably mid to late teens. Like watched it fully all the way through.
Gosh,
and like it's hilarious. And I feel like and part of it is like it's got hilarious parts, but the in between parts aren't that great.
Nope, I disagree. Nope, it doesn't make sense at all. I disagree wholeheartedly. This movie is hilarious from beginning to end. I love this movie. I don't. I
don't know.
I think
like it would probably be 11 or 12, but
I still find parts of this movie funny when I rewatch it, like whole new parts of this. For example, the most recent discovery of funny in this movie was when Lloyd is just staring at the mirror near the end of the movie, and I never understood it because he's just staring, and then he looks at the mirror and he's daydreaming about the love interest, and he looks at it and he goes, "Merry Christmas." And I never understood why he was just saying Merry Christmas to himself in the mirror until I put together, oh, he's like fantasizing her with his last name, and it comes out as Merry Christmas. And I was like, what a perfect little throwaway gag in this movie. It's just like, oh, Merry Christmas. Because that's exactly what it would look like for anybody who didn't know what was going on. It's just some man staring at the mirror saying Merry Christmas. And it's not a Christmas movie. This is not a Christmas movie at all.
No. I love when Jim Carrey goes to use the breath spray and just sprays it right into the guy's face. Like it's just where him and Harry, right? Harry is the other guy.
Yeah.
Where they're like sword fighting with their canes and their fancy tuxedo things. It's so good. So good.
I agree. It's very funny.
Him getting his tongue stuck on the...
Oh, look, frost.
Yeah, and he just gets stuck there. People are like, do you need help? He's like, no, I'm fine. I'm sure it'll just come off soon.
So I know I'm in the minority, and I know I could be wrong. I don't. But this reminds me of the type of funny that Zoolander. I
also love Zoolander.
Is in. I know. I feel feel probably the same about both these movies. They're very funny. They're not my favorite movies, but they are very funny.
You
like
are
watching
Zoolander loser.
When I watched Zoolander, the whole time I was thinking this is a lot like Dumb and Dumber. It's just two idiots.
You want to know what the most annoying sound is?
The fact that they kill a guy on accident by giving him spicy food. How? Come on!
But the thing is, they killed the guy who was supposed to kill him.
It's okay. The fact that they think they're geniuses. The whole movie, the bad guys think they're geniuses. They don't figure out they're idiots until the very end. Oh my gosh! No, this movie is so good. I'm going to watch it right now. I'm going to leave the pod just to go watch Dumb and
Maybe
Dumber.
I will watch it again and have a different opinion because I haven't seen it in years.
Oh, it's so good. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on because it's getting
also,
late.
I feel like the sequels kind of turned me off on those two.
Yeah. No, the sequels don't hit as well. I still like them. They're not as good, though.
I think I might have seen was it the one when is that Dumb and Dumber 2 when they're in high school?
No, it's Dumb and Dumber.
Oh.
That one's bad. I didn't like
that one. Is horrible, and I think I might have seen that one first, so that might be why I have a jaded view of the.
Well,
that's
original. That one.
No, because he's.
I still don't hate it, but I don't think it's a good movie. I don't think I would. I won't recommend.
The only thing I remember is from Dumb and Dumber is he's like covered in chocolate because he put a chocolate bar in his pocket.
In his pocket,
and the dad,
and he sat on the radiator or whatever.
Yeah, he's in the bathroom.
The dad is like, yeah, and then the dad comes in. He's like, why is there poop everywhere?
Poop everywhere.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. There's poop everywhere. He pooped on everything.
And he runs out of the house and gets hit by a car. And the guy's like, there's poop all over my car. Like, that's like, and that is the highlight of the movie. Just so everybody knows if you haven't seen it. That's the only.
That's true, because I don't know anything else about that movie except that part. Like, nothing else comes to mind except for the fact that he thinks he got poop on everything.
Well, that's the thing is that scene is Bob Saget is like
he's so angry.
Full House.
Yeah.
And he's like the nice dad guy, but then like he's cussing up a storm about this guy who pooped in his house. And like, what's going on? Like it's Bob
That's justified
Saget.
though.
That's
justified. If my daughter ever brought a kid home and he just covered what looked like my bathroom with poop and just dipped out, I'd be so mad. You have no clue. Because somebody has to clean that up.
It's like daddy daycare. I missed.
Oh gosh.
What do you mean?
Yeah, oh my gosh. What do you miss? All right, moving on. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, Dumb and Dumber 2 does have both Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, and it is better than Dumb and Dumber, but it wasn't as good. It didn't have the same.
I never saw it.
It didn't strike twice. It wasn't as good. I should rewatch it just to double check, but I didn't remember liking it a whole lot. So IMDb, they had this at number 9. BuzzFeed had it at number 2. And this one feels about right. 70% by critics. Okay, thank critics. It's a comedy.
I'm kind of surprised. Give it a 70%.
I like it. I like it there. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was fair. Sense. And audiences give 84%. Which, by the way, for you keeping score at home, this is so far on the list the 5th highest ranking by audiences if we count all 3 of the Sonic movies that were all in 90s by the audiences. So, and actually, we've already gone through all of his movies that audiences have ranked at 90. There are no more, but we still have higher.
Which is
movies.
A shame. Yeah. Which is a shame.
All right, going on to the next list. The next on the list. Excuse me at number 5. We are in our top 5, and these are ones that have made all of our lists. This is Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls.
It's
And
So
at
much
first,
better than the
so
first
good.
one.
At first, I was argumentative with you guys on this. I was thinking about it. I was, no, Ace Ventura 1 is the better movie, and I'm like, no, it's not. Ace
No.
Ventura 1 is the original that started it off, but there's so much more funny parts in Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls that really just
Yeah.
bring it out more. I
Dude,
liked the football aspect of the first one more,
Yeah.
Right.
but the idea
Yeah. The rhino being stuck
Spawn
inside
of
the rhino is
the rhino is good.
I mean, the rhino is such an iconic scene that like most people who haven't watched the movie know that scene. Like everybody's seen it on their TikTok reels or YouTube shorts, you know. You see it. It's hilarious. His hatred of the bat that he's trying to find and save is, and also
the
a line that I
trial by
quote.
combat.
Yes, it's like she's not a virgin. They can tell that.
The when he's getting hunted and the darts that hit him, and he's just running with dead arms. He runs through the forest, and he gets hit by like 9 of them, and he says something like 9 darts is too much, and then he just passes out. Like, that's just the physical comedy that we needed.
He's randomly chasing the bad guy in a monster truck. Like,
Right.
where to get the monster truck?
When he's
like a glove.
yeah, when he's being called the White Devil, and the guy throws a spear leg, and then he asks for another one. Here, give me a spear. I need it. The guy throws it at him, hits him with the other one. He just starts. It's just so good.
The bone too.
Right, it's in the bone. It's in the bone. It's so good.
I literally quote like a glove probably
All
at
the
least
time.
once a day at work because I drive big trucks or bigger trucks at work, and every time I'm like backing in or fitting in a tight space, I always, at least to myself, unless I have, you know, somebody riding with me, I'm always like a glove every time.
Yeah, but is
I
it
just
like
love
that?
that.
'Cause
As long
people
as
say,
I have my
like a glove, or
talisman
is
with
it?
me.
Is
I
it
mean,
like
no,
that?
it's like the Jim Carrey. It's like a glove.
Like a glove.
I love what he goes. As long as I have my talisman with me, I will fear nothing. Die, demon bird!
I thought it was a torch.
Well,
Yeah,
he
and then he's
throws
like,
the talisman, and then he throws the torch.
Yeah, he's like, as long as I have the torch. Die, spawn of Satan!
You spawn of Satan! So good.
All right.
Ooh, what is this? What is this bowl made of? Guano. Ugh. Like,
I feel like that one's I think that one's more quotable than the first one. To me.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's so
and that
much.
is part of what makes it better. And
There
more
is
memorable.
one. There is one. If we're talking about quotes, we do more. I like to quote the. It's in the first Ace Ventura when he's acting like a crazy person who is a football player, and he goes, "Just put me in, coach. I know I can do it if you just give me a chance."
yep.
I'll say that to people
Yep.
at work a lot. Anyway, moving on. Ace Ventura 2 and Nature Calls. Actually not as high ranked as everybody else, but whatever. IMDb's list had it at 24. BuzzFeed had this at 12. And if you're keeping track there,
And he's getting
BuzzFeed
It's
had it at
doesn't make
Ace
sense.
Ventura Pet Detective at 4. At least when IMDb had Ace Ventura at 29, this one up at 24. So, Rotten Tomatoes critics hated this movie. This is his lowest ranked critic
Not
score
surprised.
at 23. 23.
Oh my gosh.
But this
So
is the
low.
biggest difference because audiences have it at 72. Like that is the gap right there. 72%, 23.
I don't
So
know if I
critics-
know anybody who doesn't like Ace Ventura 2.
I know some
Our
people.
Pretty sure our parents do not like Ace Ventura.
I don't know if they've ever seen it.
Oh.
I'll have to ask them next time I
That's
see him.
worse than not liking it.
All right.
Well, doesn't
Movie-
Raymond not
No,
like...
that was
No, Raymond doesn't like Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Right.
We can
I
ask
don't know
him
his
next time.
opinion on Jim Carrey. Yeah,
Raymond, if you're listening, do you like Jim
please
Carrey?
let us know.
If you're
Yeah,
listening, we would appreciate it if you would text all of us together in that
Or
group.
leave a comment
Yeah.
on the pod.
Just let us know, Raymond. Do you like Jim Carrey? If you're not listening to this, we will find out, and actually, we will all just wait for your text. We're not even going to tell you about this. We're just going to wait for you, and then we're going to look at you with disdain. Isn't he on vacation somewhere right now? Actually,
He's in Hawaii.
yeah, he's in Hawaii. Gosh, he has
Lucky
so
dog.
much time. He has so much time to listen to the podcast, and he
If
might
you're
not
in
even be
Hawaii
doing
and
it.
listening, if you see a tall redhead,
Say, get down. Let's see if they do.
say, "Hey, Panda."
Hey, Dusty Panda.
Yeah, say, "Hey, Zesty Panda."
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking to Raymond still. If you see Raymond, if you're in Hawaii and you see tall red,
No, if you're in Hawaii.
Raymond's a married
Listen.
man. You leave all redheads alone. Raymond. Anyway, next on 4, and it's the Truman Show. I love this movie. This is
I also love this movie.
a
Andy
good.
does not really like this. Do you even like this movie, Andy?
I do like this movie.
Yeah, we
I
ranked
told-
it. He's got it up there.
I know.
Yeah,
I was
no,
joking.
I mean, I didn't. It's not my favorite of Jim Carrey movies, but it is in my top 10. Obviously,
This is the movie where people are like, "Oh, Jim Carrey can do drama." That's where it was. This one right
but
here.
it's also still kind of funny a little bit too.
It
Yeah.
is.
I feel like he can't. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's hard for him to not have some sort of little bit of funniness to his characters and to
I think-
his stories that he's in.
Yeah.
He's just naturally funny, so it just comes off that way. But yeah, this movie's great.
Well, and
I
it's
don't
also
know what all to say about it, but it's just great. I love it.
it came out at a good time for him in his career because people liked Jim Carrey. And that's exactly the
Right.
type of person you need in this role. But if he was just too funny and you couldn't believe him dramatically, this movie doesn't work. But luckily, he's a good enough actor that he can do drama as well.
Mhm.
And and he pulls it off. Because the biggest thing is you had to want to root for him to get out. You had to be an audience member like the people are in the world.
Right.
And you had to
Right.
want to see the story end. And you wanted him to just keep going and every time he didn't, you were like, oh,
Yeah, you're
Dang
like
it.
so close.
so close.
Well, that's the thing is when you think about this movie, it's pretty messed up.
Oh, it's very messed up that they
Like,
did this to
yeah,
a
They're
person.
literally playing God.
I've
Like the guy when he's trying to
The
convince
director
Truman
literally
like
has a
not
God
to leave.
complex.
Yeah, he like when he's trying to convince Truman not to leave, he's like, "I'm the creator" or whatever. It's like sounds a little weird.
Part of
But,
that is
like-
he's trying to like manipulate him again.
Yeah,
right.
but still, it's like I don't know. Like it's pretty messed up. Like it's a good movie,
100%
but it's, like, isn't there a scene where he's like working on a lawnmower in the basement? That always he's like trying to
Yeah, I
fix the
think so.
lawnmower, but he's in the basement, and I was like, why
don't-
is the lawnmower in the basement? Like,
I don't remember. But there's
no, it's
interesting
good.
theories as to like what happens to him when he leaves. And there was thoughts like he actually goes into a very serious state of depression because everything about his life he just realizes is a lie, and he has no clue who he really is.
Right,
Or
but then
everybody
that
knows.
baddie that was waiting for him and trying to free him the whole time.
I
He
suppose,
can't be that depressed.
but the other thing is that
Did you just say
everybody
that? Bang? Is that
everybody
what you
knows.
just said?
Yeah, he did. I think it'd be interesting to see a sequel because everybody.
Who are you?
I don't think I've ever said that before in my life. Just
What
try
are
to
you,
stay
like
hip and relevant,
21?
guys, okay?
Don't worry, Adam's gonna edit this out because it makes
No,
it
he's
look
not.
ridiculous.
Maybe it'll be the preview clip, you know?
So it's been so long since I've watched this movie. How exactly did like they pick him to be? Like, was he an orphan
an
or
orphan.
something?
Yeah, he was.
No.
Is
an
that what he
orphan.
was? He was an orphan.
Yeah,
Or did they?
oh yeah, because
yeah, he was an orphan, and the studio adopted him.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
The studio, like,
It,
officially
like I said,
adopted
it's
him or whatever.
been a very long time since I've seen it, so I couldn't remember exactly how they like attained the baby. I didn't
Well,
know
the
if maybe
really
they like.
creepy part that you really think about is they were trying to get the first ever live TV
birth.
conception.
Both.
Sorry, I'm struggling with that word.
It's
Yeah.
technically both.
Well, yeah,
Baby making.
yeah.
Well,
And
they
these
didn't.
millions of people were watching every time they had intercourse. Granted, they like had a black screen, but it's still creepy.
It's still creepy. Okay. Truman Show, number 4. IMDb had this at number 2. I think that's a fair spot. BuzzFeed had it at number 3. Also a fair spot. This one is the last of his 90%. This is a 94% movie by critics and only 89 by audiences, which is interesting to think that people like the Sonic movies. Good movies, but all of the Sonic movies better than the Truman Show.
You probably had more votes.
I don't know.
I feel like
I don't know.
I feel like
can't
it
explain it.
probably.
And again, you
I
got
don't know.
personal preference
I suppose.
mixed in with those things.
Anyway, moving on. We are in our top 3, but we're going to get through these next 2 because this is a tie. This is a second place tie. And dare I say, this is my favorite tie of the list. There's only 2, and this is my favorite one. We are tied between The Cable Guy and The Mask. I don't.
If you haven't seen The Cable Guy, which I know a lot of people who haven't,
it's good.
It is
Where
so
do I
good.
have The Cable Guy on my list?
He had it pretty low. Surprisingly
I
low.
did.
I had a pretty low. You haven't really, Adam. This is your number 1.
It is literally my favorite Jim Carrey movie.
Mm.
This is my favorite.
I like it. I do like it a lot. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite,
love it.
But I do love it. I would say.
I mean, it's in my top 10.
It's in all of our top 10s.
Right.
This is a great
funny.
movie.
So good.
I probably
It's got
actually like
a young
this
Jack
one.
Black as a side character. It's got Matthew Broderick. His chemistry with Matthew Broderick is awesome. So
you mean
funny.
their chemistry?
But chemistry. You know what I mean.
I mean,
they play their roles respectfully with each other really well.
It's the Cable Guy.
Cable Guy. I used to quote a really weird scene from this that nobody would talk about or knew. It's just like, would you like some orange juice? And everyone's
when
like,
he's
what?
talking to him about the prostitute.
Yeah. He's just sitting there getting breakfast.
He's like, oh yeah, I checked her out weeks ago and I'm as healthy as does he say an ox or something like that?
Yeah,
I'm healthy as an ox. Yeah, dude.
I love the scene
Hilarious movie.
where Matthew Broderick and him are fighting on the satellite and he punches him and he fixes his lisp and then he punches him again as it comes back.
You stupid son of a...
Yeah. That was improv, by the way. He did it.
It's so
he
good.
accidentally... Jim Carrey accidentally talked without the lisp. So he's like, "You fixed it. You fixed the lisp," and then he hits him again. It's so like it's such good.
The medieval
improvisation.
times scene is
This isn't funny, Chip.
If you've never seen, if you've never been to or seen Medieval Times, go watch this movie and tell me you don't want to go. It's not like that at all.
like,
But
my
it
name
kind
is
of
not.
is enough.
My name is not Chip. If we do not fight to death, they will kill us both. Quoting Star Trek the whole time.
Whole time. Singing it.
Making his own danger music. Dun, 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 dun.
The other thing is how smart this movie is too. At the same time, like this was in the early '90s, and he's talking about the internet and how it's going to be connecting people. And they literally talk about how one boy in I don't know, in Chicago is going to play Mortal Kombat. Yeah, playing Mortal Kombat with a kid in Vietnam. That happens.
Watch female
now.
mud wrestling on another channel.
Right. It's just like how scary it is. Like that's what they were trying to warn us about at the same time, but
The thing is, this movie,
his character is really creepy and like you love him, you hate him, and he's creepy and scary.
And you feel
at the
bad
same
for
time.
him.
And you feel bad for him. The scene where he has the spider crawl on his face
I was
and he
just
doesn't
about to
blink
bring
or
that
flip.
Oh my gosh. Dude, every time I think about that spider crawling across his face, freaks me out. It's like, oh my gosh.
When he's
I was
playing
not allowed to watch
Password
this movie as a kid.
Dude, the basketball scene's pretty good.
Basketball scenes. Dude, it's just so good. It's such a good movie. Like, if you haven't watched it, please go watch it. It is
a cringy movie.
It is
Like,
kind of creepy at times.
It's like you'll watch it and you'll be like, "Oh, this is so bad," because everything goes wrong for Matthew Broderick's character. Everything goes wrong, and you're like, "Stop letting it be so wrong." But it's still funny. Directed by Ben Stiller.
I just thought of the scene when he's in jail.
You need human contact.
Touch it. You need human contact. Oh, Billy. Are you trying to get me killed?
Oh gosh. All right. And
oh, Billy broke Andy.
It's so good. I've brought that scene up to friends of mine, and it makes me laugh every time. Just because that's the kind of stuff that guys at my work say to each other and stuff. So it's just
that's another one that I'll quote. Oh, Billy. Dare I say?
I wish I had a friend named Billy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I need to find a guy named Billy and just be friends with him, and then just every now and then send him that scene from the movie.
You should actually. Oh, you can't. You can't do it because you don't have Facebook. So you could go on Facebook, just type in Billy, and just find a random person, and then just message him that. Oh,
do
Billy
that on Twitter or X.
You should do that. But this
Billy
is
Bob
not.
Thornton.
But we can't just talk about this. It is tied at second with The Mask, which is also. This is the first movie that I think I fell in love with Jim Carrey over. Like
100%.
Like, and Cameron Diaz.
We watched it as kids
when
when we probably shouldn't have watched it as kids.
This was Cameron Diaz's first movie too, by the way. And I remember seeing it in theaters, and I caught some weird feelings that I didn't know I could catch at 8 years old. Watching Cameron Diaz in this movie, I physically turned around because I didn't know how to deal with my feelings in the theater seat. I didn't know how to handle myself. I was like, no, I didn't say anything. I was her starting up the scene where they introduce her from the legs up in the red dress. I was like, I don't know what's going on with me right now, but it's feelings. I've never experienced this before.
Yeah.
I can point out my heterosexuality starting at that point right there. That's where it was. Thank you, Cameron Diaz, for helping me clarify.
Right, and then in Phantom Menace, you got the best pickup line ever. shortly after that, right?
Are you an angel? No. But it's
I
good.
would say before I saw the Cable Guy, because like I didn't see the Cable Guy until we were in high school, probably like junior or senior year, I think, because it was late in high school.
No, it was sophomore year. I'm pretty sure, maybe junior, because we were living in the lake house and we had cable, even though we didn't know nobody was paying for it. Never turned the cable off of the previous tenants of the house.
Oh
And
gosh.
so we just used it until they figured out that we were using it. and
So
we watched it there and I was like, what is this movie? And then it became like our favorite. And then we bought the DVD and we watched the DVD like crazy.
I think I still own that DVD that we bought. Like I still have it. I would say up until I saw the Cable Guy, The Mask was 100% my favorite Jim Carrey movie. And we had a friend. I mean, we all know him. He hadn't seen it, and he was first time he watched The Mask was in his 20s. I don't remember. We'll bleep it out, but Ethan.
Oh yeah, you could say a name.
I guess
there's lots of guys named Ethan. Oh yeah, and actually,
yeah, it's not like you're giving out his social security number, his phone number.
And
Ethan blank.
We don't even know it. Here's 7 random numbers. Or is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 9, 10.
867.309.
That 9997. Anyway, he actually didn't like it that much.
Right.
Liked it okay
because he watched it as an adult for the first time.
And I think that's true. And I actually, upon rewatching as an adult, I don't like it as much. Like Cable Guy as an adult makes me chuckle a lot more. I think it's more mature of a movie, where The Mask is a funnier kids movie, despite the fact it's also a little grosser because he totally shoves 2 mufflers up some dudes' butts. But you don't necessarily catch on to as a kid, like just how bad that is.
It's time for an overall.
But that's
put your hands up. But you told me to phrase.
It's funny because it's very kid funny. It's very much like you're watching a cartoon.
The thing is, he's a cartoon in real life. Like that's why it's so funny. It's so zany.
Now
the whole musical number.
Have you read the comic books that the movie's based off of?
I've read some of them.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's like that in the sense that they are. It's like it in the sense that he does become a cartoon character, but it is graphic. He's not a bad guy. He's an anti-hero for sure. He's not a good guy. But because I've watched like the first omnibus of read the first omnibus of it, and he is not a good guy for sure. But
I was reading, he killed some cops for no other reason than they got in his way.
Yeah, that's not unlikely of a situation, but
like
from where you're reading, it might have been.
I'd say that's a bad guy. Like
maybe they're not corrupt cops. I mean,
listen.
No, this was like the beginning of he just got the mask. Like,
if Venom can be an anti-hero and eat people, so can the Mask. That's all I'm gonna say.
I will say,
in the Venom movie, though, Venom is usually eating bad guys.
We are not talking about movie versus movie. We are talking about comic book versus comic book.
Right. Well, and also,
I had to explain to my children.
He's also very OP because he also is a fourth wall break and he has unlimited powers, and you literally can't kill the Mask. He is.
Right. I think he's trying to communicate.
He is one of the most overpowered anti-heroes entities of all time. Yeah. Because
I would say so. One of the reasons why I still like this movie is I like I mean, I don't want to like tie brain brain a just funny kids-esque movie is like it shows him trying to fight when he's the mask and he can literally do whatever he wants because Stanley's a good person, he's a good guy, but then when he puts on the mask, especially in the beginning, like he robs banks, he just causes all sorts of mischief, and then he's like towards the end of it he's got more control of it and he's more of a hero.
Right.
So yeah, I just always liked he starts off being kind of like that bad guy just because the mask takes over, which a lot of people, if they got unlimited power tomorrow, would struggle with. They say power corrupts, you get absolute power immediately. Like, I'm sure it doesn't, but it's also like we've talked about, it's just funny. It's hilarious. And obviously we
next
got
trick,
as Andrew,
Tommy gun.
Tommy gun. Yeah. So good.
When he reaches in, the very underlined joke at that same point in time,
wrong
where he pulls out the condom. Whoops.
Wrong pocket.
Wrong pocket. You didn't know what that was as a kid, but all the adults look at each other and like, oh, did that just happen?
Right.
He got something out. That wasn't a balloon.
Picture of Calloway's wife.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, moving on. Let's get to number one, guys. A bazooka? Okay, so IMDb has Cable Guy at number 15. BuzzFeed has it at number 5, which means he's a person who watched it. Or she. I didn't know who the author of the list was. But critics actually have this higher than audiences. Critics have it at 57%. Audiences have it at 51%. Which means not enough people... Yeah. Which means not people have watched The Cable Guy. If critics like that movie better than audiences do.
Audiences were expecting the normal Jim Carrey movie. And
that's true, because The Cable Guy came out in 1996. So 2 years after those three movies that were goof fest.
The Mask, however, the IMDb list puts it at 10 and puts it at 9 on BuzzFeed. Another weird one. 81% by critics, 68% by audiences. Which that's just baffling, really.
Again, we did have a friend watch it as a 20-something.
Yeah, but
like we talked about, a friend watched it as a 20-something-year-old and did not think it was that good.
But the question I have is, why do critics like it so much more? That's the real question. I can actually understand if it's 68%.
It's because the critics had the same moment you had, Andrew, when Cameron Diaz showed up.
No, that can't be true. I was like,
they turned to their dad as like, Dad.
I said 8. I think I might have been younger because this movie came out in 94. I would have been like 6 when I saw this movie. So yeah.
We've all had that moment where toys just aren't as fun anymore.
And
our
number one on the list.
Than just toys.
Moving on.
And our number one on the list, the moment you might have been waiting for, or might have left before we even got here, because what a tangent we've been on today. The number one is Liar, Liar. And I want to start by saying I'm sorry if your movie didn't make the list that you were waiting for. If it didn't, I don't know if you're watching the right Jim Carrey movies. But our number one is Liar, Liar. And quite frankly, it's the average choice. This one lands at number one because it hit mostly the same high enough spot on all of our lists that it makes it to number one. Andy has this one at the highest point total, where me and Adam have it almost at the same. But it is, in fact, the highest movie by 1 point over The Mask and The Cable Guy. And I don't hate it being our number one. I think there's a lot of other issues and a lot of other things, but because I think Liar Liar is definitely more of a comedy with a touch of him seeing a serious side, because it's his most kept together comedy. It's not too far outlandish. It's more down to earth. It has the actual struggle of seeing divorced parents, and how life looks like that, and dealing with Carrie Ellis. Could you imagine being a kid and having your dad be Jim Carrey, and then your possible stepdad being Carrie Ellis, who is just not Jim Carrey? I would have loved to have seen Carrie Ellis try to be Robin Hood Men in Tights Carrie Ellis instead. It might have changed the whole dynamic of the movie.
But then you would have been rooting for him. You would have been rooting for him.
You're not supposed to root against him. He's never once a bad guy.
I'm not saying he's a bad guy. It's just
he just comes off as a good guy.
He's just not his dad.
Kind of a dork.
Actually, if anything, there's some problems with this movie on how they handle like different versions of family, even to the point of how like they're divorced at the end and then they start to get back together near the end of the movie. Like that doesn't really show a good message to a lot of kids who had divorced parents. Like maybe they were like hoping their parents would get back together. But I don't know. I'm overthinking it. I don't.
Have you?
I'm being seen. We don't necessarily need to.
Have you seen some of the behind the scene bloopers of the elevator scene?
Yes.
Dude, it's so funny. Like the scene in general is hilarious, but then like the outtakes are like, whoa! Like it was.
This movie is just. I feel like it's. We all know it's funny, but I feel like when you really think about it and you think about the scenes, it's almost underrated how funny some of those scenes are, because it's not like most of the time it's not like slapstick funny. It's like a guy who literally can't lie. So he literally says anything that pops into his head. Like when he with his boss or partner or whatever at the law office, and she goes, "It was good for me. Was it good for you?" And he literally turns to her and says, "I've had better," or whatever. Like, like,
and then he kind of just laughs it off later. Like, who hasn't said something, regretted it, and looked in the mirror and just laughed at yourself for being an idiot or something you said?
And then like the elevator scene, like just he can't not like say what's in his head. Like it just
is
right. It's royal blue.
Or what are you doing? I'm kicking my own butt.
Yeah. Do you mind? How he describes himself, that's another good funny hidden part, is when he's talks about who he was beaten. What happened to you? I was beaten by a desperate man at the end of rope. Because he's describing himself. What do you look like? About 6 foot, 6 foot tall, skinny, kind of gangly, kind of long teeth. He quickly closes his mouth to hide it. Like he just described himself, and they just start, "Go fight this man." Like that's the thing that's also funny about this is the blooper reel. Back when they used to do that.
This scene where he has one of the best blooper reels.
And the scene, it's got the most quotable blooper reels. Like the fact that when he crumbles up the piece of paper, and then he just a goose, and he just throws it away. Like that, there's no reason for that to be in the movie, but people quote that to each other because of that blooper. Like nobody really quotes bloopers like that. So.
Right.
But anyway,
yeah, I think part of that why it might be so high is because the bloopers from the movie are so funny. Like, yeah, it's just like when he's going back and forth with the other actress in the line, she like says "over actor,"
and it breaks him.
He just breaks character immediately. He just starts laughing.
So I didn't realize this until probably a year ago, but Jim Carrey has a character that he played in Living Color.
Oh, yeah.
He's like a fire marshal.
Yeah.
And he makes a cameo at the end of the movie. And now every time I can't unsee the cameo of Jim Carrey in the background as like some fire marshal from In Living Color.
Oh, like, yeah, never mind. I remember now. Yep, I remember. That's funny.
Like now every time it just steals the scene. It's just like, oh, hey, wait a minute. What's going on back there?
I forgot about that. That's funny. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. I personally would not have Liar Liar at number 1, but I'm not a...
None of us did. None of us had Liar Liar.
Yeah, it's just the way the ranking is.
Adam has it at...
It wasn't that high, was it?
Adam has it at 6. Andy, you had it at 2.
I did have it at 2.
I have it at 5. So... yeah, so we are at the end of our list. Let's see. We put Liar Liar at 1. IMDb had it at 4. BuzzFeed had it at 7. And this is the one where it's like, you're right. Like, I don't really argue against it. We don't have a definitive, we think this is the best one. This was the most shown up for us. But Rotten Tomatoes had it at 83% for critics, and another one where it's 75% for audiences. So... I don't understand how the critics look at these movies for Jim Carrey, because they're all really good, but I don't understand how some people really don't like some of them and really do like the other ones. Like, what's the difference? I'd be interested to find that out.
Right. I think part of it is comedies are just subjective.
Yeah, but these are all happening around the same time, you know?
Maybe we should, like, obviously not right now, but maybe do a deep dive, see which movies came out first. Maybe there was just Jim Carrey fatigue.
Maybe.
Like, man, I just do not want another goofy comedy.
I'm pretty sure Liar Liar came out after Cable Guy, though.
Yeah. Liar Liar was 1997. So the year after the Cable Guy.
Yeah. I don't know, boys. But for anybody else who's keeping track or internet, Adam's ranking from least to first was Batman Forever, or arguably, I guess, Adam's controversial math. Batman Forever, Bruce Almighty, The Grinch, Ace Ventura 2, Liar Liar, Yes Man, the Sonic series, Cheater, Truman Show, The Mask, and The Cable Guy. Andy's from worst to best, if we can say that. Truman Show, Yes Man, The Grinch, The Cable Guy, Dumb and Dumber, The Mask, Ace Ventura, Bruce Almighty, Liar Liar, and Ace Ventura 2. And my list, Batman Forever, Ace Ventura 2, The Mask, Cable Guy, Liar Liar, Man on the Moon, Dumb and Dumber, The Truman Show, and Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, because it's a great movie. But that's it for our list here. So according to 3&D, best Jim Carrey movie for you to watch is Liar Liar.
Can we also say, what do you think out of anything on this movie, on this list, do you think is the most, like, that you think people haven't watched? Besides... well, never mind. That's just me and Andy haven't seen it, The Man on the Moon.
You guys haven't seen Man on the Moon.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of these are really well watched. I would say Cable Guy is probably one of the least watched.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
I think that's the only one on here that's one of the least watched. I mean, there's a chance that Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, but that's so high in ranking that I think enough people have heard about it to see it that they should. But I don't think people necessarily think I need to watch a Jim Carrey movie. I'm going to watch Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. And I definitely don't think people are just tuning in to watch Man on the Moon.
Right.
I just think it's a good movie.
I
think the Cable Guy is probably the least watched.
And I just
know
a
lot of people who have.
I am the only one who's 100% committed to my number one pick because I'm the only one who gave out a 10. You guys were cowards. Didn't give out any 10s.
I don't think Eternal Sunshine. I think Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind is still the best movie, but I still think it has flaws.
No, you are uncommitted.
You think Cable Guy is a perfect 10? There's definitely some flaws.
For a Jim Carrey movie, yeah, it's a perfect 10. Perfect 10.
We all know how Adam's math works, so we don't really know what a perfect 10 is for Adam
Adam's
anyway.
Math.
If we were comparing these movies to other movies, it wouldn't be a 10. But as a Jim Carrey movie, it's a perfect 10.
It's the perfect Jim Carrey movie.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Now, if we were comparing it to other movies, it would not be a 10.
I could see this. You get all the things of Jim Carrey and the Cable Guy. I could see that.
But like if you were comparing, I'm trying to think, but like, you add all the other great comedy movies or not comedy movies, like it wouldn't be a 10.
Right.
It'd still be, to me, pretty high, but I don't think it'd be a 10. It might be like an 8.5 if you compare it to other movies. But anyway, that wraps up our, 2026 Jim Carrey movie ranking. Thanks for sticking with us this long. It's been a pretty long one, and we got on some pretty serious side tangents. But we appreciate you staying with us this long. So please let us know in the...
There's side quests.
Side quests. Exactly. Yep, that sounds better. But let us know in the comments if you agree with our list. Let us know what your favorite Jim Carrey movie is, and on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you there too. Those are the best ways to reach out, is to comment straight onto the podcast episode, or to go to Facebook and join our Facebook page. I guess also X, and mainly Spotify. I have a hard time getting myself to check the other platforms for those type of things, but if you comment on Spotify, you definitely will see it. And without anything, I think that's it. So we'll see you next week, and we're out.
See ya.
3 Nerds Deep!